Hey Sag family, hey Sag family. Welcome to September 2019. Oh, I'm so excited to talk to you guys. This just hits into such a happy place for me. As a lot of you know, I'm a little obsessed with Sag energy. It is home. It's what lights me up. I feel like I'm just directed straight at you guys. I love your energy so much. You challenge me, you make me laugh. I can be as big and bold and loud as I want with you guys, and there's no question that we're going to have an amazing time. There's no tiptoeing, right? And I love it. I love the fact that we can have that bold, effervescent brightness together. Of course, I'm a Sag rising, so I've got a little bit of that in me, but my Leo sun just loves you guys, and I'm very excited to talk through September 2019. What an interesting month, y'all. Truly. Truly, this month it's like kind of subtle. You think like, okay, like the astrology's not super crazy. We're working with Virgo energy, which really helps us show up, and then Libra energy, which really helps us balance everything. And so it's like, okay, like after the summer months with the eclipses and all that big, bold, vibrant energy working through us for a few months, September looks on the surface all like peaceful and chill, and it's very manifestational. It's really positive. But here's what I'll tell you guys right away. Your note came up. It's something we talk a lot about with the Sag nature, and part of your journey in coming in with so much Sag energy is that you work with Jupiter, right? Which is direct again. It's in your sign. We're going to be enjoying the last few months of Jupiter being with Sag, at home in Sag, being ruled by the planet of expansion. And you guys being so bright and vibrant and bold and way setters, right? You kind of clear the path. You're innovative in so many ways. You have this challenge in life of figuring out how to connect in with that part of yourself that isn't about expansion, that's resistant to change, that's your shadow side, that's darker, that's heavier, that's a little bit more about contrast. And so a lot of times I've noticed with Sages, that their experience of contrast can sometimes be really intense, because I think, nothing's done in small measures for Saggies, right? And so the message that came up in September is like contrast and uncertainty and the fog, as I've nicknamed it, they get a bad rap, right? It's like, oh gosh, like I'm not sure exactly how this is going to play out. I'm not sure why this difficulty came in. 10 of Cups. Hey, I love it, you guys. That's awesome. You may be finding that there's some little things ticking at you, or that you don't really get all your answers right away. But this is the thing. This is where we actually learn our strongest sense of self-love, of grace, of peace, of trust in the universe, 3 of Pentacles. And that's where we actually get, so when we have contrasting experiences and when we have meeting points with our shadow side, or uncertainty or fog or a lack of clarity in life, which happens consistently. Like, let's just all be clear on that. That's going to happen consistently. No point fighting it. That's actually that's like a workshop for mastering self-love, grace, ease, trust, right? We don't learn that stuff by having everything just given to us all the time. We wouldn't even have to learn it, right? We would just focus so much on the external. 2 of Cups. I'm talking about this shadow side over here, and you guys all have like 3 of the best cards you can get. Hello? What do we got going on here, Sages? But I think what I'm kind of saying is that if you've death, okay, we had to have some contrast, right? There's transformation going on this month, though, y'all, and the equinox just does this calibrating thing. It's very magical and mystical. But there's been a lot of contrast for Sages. There's been a lot of confusion at different times, and I think what I'm just trying to say is that if you're not certain about how the road's going to unfold this month, if you feel a little foggy, if you're also questioning why things have been uncertain in the past, or why you've kind of had some rocky times, kind of think about it in the sense that these are the training grounds. Queen of Pentacles, a whole bunch of cards came out. 9 of Pentacles, Temperance, and Seven of Cups. Okay, we'll call it good there. These have been the ways that you can hone your hunter skills to focus in, to zero in on what it is that you're really wanting. And that is the thing with you all, that you have a precision and a clarity of vision. That means the way that you move through the world and the way that you experience contrast is normally pretty sharp, kind of like the point of an arrow, because you're hunters. So if you have some fog or uncertainty this month, listen into it, fall into it, because you do have a really strong compass point. I don't really worry about you guys. To be honest, I know you get freaked out by your shadow side, and you can get freaked out by your uncertainty, and you can get freaked out when you're not feeling always in expansion mode, but I'm just like, you're fine. Like, you're doing fine. You are hunters. You have an innate ability to home in on what matters. Listen in for the information. You're going to get clarity right away by falling back into the fog. It's funny that I was talking about the fog because you did get Seven of Cups and Death, which really represent fog energy, because fog energy for me is the divine essence all around us. We think of divine essence as manifestation, as playfulness, as constantly doing. And yeah, the synchronicities are fun. And yes, it's fun to get the love and the attention that you want. Totally. But true divine essence, when we're closest to source, is when we are in that fog. It's the energy that's all around us. It's not about the specificity all the time, right? It's the trusting in. Not easy to do. Okay, so before we talk about the cards, which are awesome, by the way, just think about in terms of what's going on. We're in really mutable energy, which is home for you guys. You know, mutable fire is all about change and trying things and pioneering. And mutable earth here with Virgo. We have a new moon on August 30th. Really great time to set your intentions with where you want to put your energy out in the world. What do you want you make your destiny about? We have a full moon in Pisces on September 14th. Home and family. What do you want that to look like? What do you want your internal space to look like? There's going to be a big illumination going on at that time. That full moon is going to feel really powerful. I'll just tell you right now. Venus and Mercury are conjunct in Libra. The full moon in Pisces is just already is going to lift up anything, any emotions that we need to address. Saturn's going direct on September 18th in your neighboring sign of Capricorn, in your money house, love and value house. And then we'll head into Libran season, which is really supportive and flirty for you and very social and dynamic, and with a new moon in Libra to finish off the month on September 28th. So like I said, the astrology is actually quite crystal clear. It's clear cut in September. We're not shuffling around, but what is happening is this zeroing in on what's really working. And with that is dredging up anything that's got to go. Now, this is consistent. Like, all the signs are basically having this crazy, it's not crazy, it's this like purge out. It's just one of those things when you see the things that are working, anything that's not working is like sticks out. So for you guys, I'm very excited about this reading. I have to tell you, I'm digging it. There seems to be some really great harmony going on. I'll tell you right now. Harmony is happening here, right? So relationships are really strong. All types of relationships, basically, with 10 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, and 2 of Cups. I'm at a loss for words right now. Because, okay, this is about romantic love. This is about like deeply happy romantic love, ease in relationships. So for those of you committed, for those of you dating, there is an ease going on here. But that 3 of Pentacles is really important and almost sticks out more to me in a way. Because it's a card of shared vision. It's a card of being around people who share your vision and it works. Not like, like you talk with somebody and it's just easy. You're on the same page. You can make projects happen. 3 is the number of creation, and when it's in Pentacles, it means that you're building on something. So it's surrounded by all this emotively vibrant, bright, connective energy. These are very, Saggies, this is about being really emotionally open, not just like positive on the surface, but being vulnerable and open and sharing when you have all types of feelings, because this type of love right here, 10 of Cups and 2 of Cups, I'll tell you right now, it looks all cute and like fun, right? It's like, oh, love, we're in love, everything's working out awesome. Yes. Any type of love though, any type of real love, whether it's parent-child, deep friendship, romantic love, deep project love. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say in the professional environment, this is always the case, but that love also comes with a vulnerability for the darker sides of our personality. It's when we are able to say, I am really hurting and I don't know how to cope anymore. And somebody is there to witness that with you. That is 2 of Cups love. That is 10 of Cups love. The only way you can have that joyful, expansive part of a relationship is also to have the harder moments of grief, of sadness, of misunderstanding. And that means that you've got to have that vulnerability. You have to have access to the fog. You have to have access to that other aspect of yourself, which is extremely important, Saggies. You have so much depth. You feel things at a very deep level. And I think sometimes it's easy to forget that that's so valid and so important in building this life. So, we had to have Death come in here and have a little talk with you all. This is just the way September's rolling through. Now, I love Death. It's one of my favorite cards because it's a clarifier. It's a signpost. It helps us move through the world with that laser vision so we know where we're putting our energy. It also helps us clear out. Death is a really creative, inventive energy. It's tied to Scorpio. And Scorpio is deep, creative, primordial energy. Like this goes deep. This goes into sex. This goes into mystery. This goes into taboo topics. Money, death, sex, all the things that are a little bit secretive, right? It dives into that part of you that has this energy. And Scorps, you do. This is your neighboring sign, or Scorps, Sages, you do. Scorpio is your neighboring sign, and you guys have a tie with your neighbors. And it's no coincidence that Sagittarius is surrounded by Scorpio one side and Capricorn on the other, like these two very intense, deep, like underground energies, surrounded by like buoyant, also intense Sag. She's like, hey, you guys have this deep, innate connection to that part of yourself, and you're getting asked to explore it a little bit this month in the context of, yes, a lot of emotional happiness, a lot of excitement. The deepest, best projects, relationships are not built on just being cute and happy and excited all the time. They're also built on depth of emotion. But generally speaking, you guys, there is this harmony going on. Something's working. Clearly something is working in your life because Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, hey, what do we have going on here? We have health, well-being, simplicity in your day-to-day routines, taking care of your body, feeling through the earthiness that you have and feeling your root system really working with you. You have infusions of something here helping you to see the way forward. Is this erratic energy? No, this is very quiet. This is subtle little infusions of powerful energy. This is getting in touch with your body. This is getting in touch with your routine. We are in Virgo season after all. This is also telling me there's an infusion of information when it comes to your physicality that is really important this month and that will help you find answers and clarity when it comes to what you want to create. Now, of course, you got Temperance here. You got your own card. Temperance is such a beautiful energy, right? And I haven't gotten super into the equinox discussion so far yet, but one of the beautiful things about the equinox is it is a calibrator. It is a time for us to check in with our sense of balance. Where are we burning the candle on both ends? Where are we holding ourselves back and maybe not expressing? For you guys, I have a sense that a lot of you have been having a hard time expressing or perhaps making a connection internally in your internal landscape that will help you. In sharing that and expressing that, it's going to bring things closer to you. Temperance is a very lucky card, but it's a guardian angel card, and it also ties you to how you're tempering, right? How you're tempering your fire. How are you using your fire? Are you using it in ways that feel good to you? Or are you using it in ways that feel stressful, traumatic, or that feel like they're self-protective mechanisms? Temperance is going to ask you to check in with yourself and be really honest. Using that arrow, that laser focus that you guys have on yourselves is something that doesn't always happen, but this is a time for that to be the case. Temperance is also a healer, an alchemist, taking water of life, watering the earth, watering your soul, and finding some peace and some harmony within that. Fire does not have to be destructive. Fire can be very nurturing, and it's important for you guys this month to nurture your dreams, nurture your relationships, go deep, and that's where Seven of Cups comes in. Speaking of the fog, this is where your real answers are coming this month. And you'll get redirected back to Seven of Cups time and again in little ways throughout the month. You'll have all this going on, right? All this awesomeness just everywhere around you. It's so awesome. Wow, we're doing this. This is working. Things are beautiful. Things are fun. I'm feeling good in my body. I'm feeling connected. And then, boom. But I don't understand everything yet. I don't know what's next. I don't know how all these pieces that are coming into my life are going to work. I don't know. I want to know, though. I want to know. Your hunger for knowledge is so strong. But like I said, your answers are coming here. The more you fall back into the fog, the more the answer comes. The more you release your control, the more the answers come. So there's one thing I've noticed about Sagittarius. Yeah, you're fun. You're vibrant. You're also a little neurotic. You kind of want to have it. You want to be actively doing things all the time. That Seven of Cups is challenging you to listen to this other information system that you have within you that is readily available. So I'm shuffling again. I'm going to pull another card from my Cosmic Tarot for the final card of the day. Justice. Woo! I love the Justice card in this deck. It's so beautiful. Speaking of laser vision, man. She has her eye on the prize. This Justice does. Calibration. We are heading into Libran season, and Libran season is a time of balance. It is a time of clarity on that. It is a time of nurturing that balance. I also just think about the sun and the moon, the scales of justice, the yin and the yang. There's a lot of symbolism here of finding peace between your shadow and your light, your brightness and your heaviness, and each are both valid. They're important for you to connect with in order to get your answers. You can't skip over one part of yourself in order to get the answers. You can't selectively shut off parts of yourself. You either shut down the whole system or you feel it all. And that is just one of those things that exists. And so I'm not saying this is not a month of extremes. In fact, this is a month of great happiness. But the more you want to access that happiness, the more you have to be willing to fall into the fog, fall into this other information system that you have at your disposal. So I have a couple of affirmations for you guys for the month of September, for this equinox season. Here we go. I relax into the next right answers for me on my path. I trust my inner knowing. Beautiful answers come in when I relax my grip. I love you guys so much. Man, do I feel good when I'm sitting down talking to you. I wish it could just go on forever. You can find me on Instagram at SarahVerba. I would love to see you there. You can also find me on my website at SARAHTAROT.com. I'll leave all my info in the description box. I'm doing one-on-one sessions. I just haven't opened up my fall calendar yet. And for those of you waiting, I haven't sent out notifications yet. If you would like to get on that list, please email me and I will set you up with that so you know when my calendar opens and you can book. You can find PinkLune's gorgeous jewelry on her Etsy shop. I'll leave her link below as well. You can also make donations to me via PayPal if that's something that's inspiring to you. All of that will be in the description box. If you're loving it and you want to hang out, it would be awesome to see you subscribe or to like the video and to comment. I love seeing you guys out there, even if I don't get to all the comments. I love you guys so much. I will see you in October for more magic, for more mysterious energy. We're getting into some deep, wild times coming up. I love you guys so much. Have a beautiful September.